I have gotten so many messages from people, so many calls. So I can't answer them all. I can't respond to all.
Nobody gets more messages than I believe nobody gets more messages than I do.
Oh my God.
Biggs and Boggs.
There we go. Hey guys, welcome back to your future channel, Biggs and Boggs. I'm Marty Boggs.
And I'm Julian Biggs.
We got friends here on screen. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We like to come at you once a week or so and talk about this transitioning world of finance and go over some subjects that we do believe will benefit your future hand, simply because it's been benefiting ours. So do us a favor, because we hope that we're helping you, and smash that like button, help us a bit. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below. Let us know where you're from, what you think, and let's get right into it. What are we up to today, and how can we plan for tomorrow? Julian.
Thanks, Marty. Good to be back. Different episode tonight. We are going to break down what is happening with BitBoy, the most popular YouTuber in crypto. What is going on there? We're going to break it down today with a recap. This guy, and this is what I'm saying, don't trust anybody except for Bitcoin in the crypto space. And when you only focus on Bitcoin until you know more about the space and you want to take risk and gamble somewhere else, Bitcoin, it doesn't matter what anybody's saying. It really doesn't. If you DCA and look away, it doesn't matter. So let's get into BitBoy here. This guy is YouTube's biggest crypto influencer. He's got over 1 million followers, so 1.4 million subscribers, right? So this guy is a major influence on crypto.
Yes.
And just like I said, so all these popular names, and this is the reason I don't trust any of these communities or these tokens who have people running them, is because everybody's susceptible to being human and having emotions and feelings and fucking up, basically. So we're going to get into this. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen. This was the announcement made by his company, by his channel, by his business partner on Monday.
Holdings, the parent company of Hit Network, took decisive legal action in removing Ben Armstrong from the company, and specifically the BitBoy crypto brand. This is a difficult decision, is a culmination of a prolonged effort to help Ben during his relapse into substance abuse, as well as reconcile the emotional, physical, and financial damage he has done to the employees of Hit Network and the BitBoy crypto community. The Bit Squad deserves better, and we're going to get through this together. We wish him the best and regret that it has come to this, and are hopeful for the future of BitBoy crypto. Hit Network is committed to empowering creators, and we will continue to do that every day. Thank you.
Really?
Okay, so
Really, they actually said substance abuse.
So, yeah, and so that was a really quick blip, and you can tell that was a legal document. A lawyer wrote that, and he read that. Okay, so, but he's been around BitBoy for years.
Well, they started the channel, or I think BitBoy was already doing it. They met, and then he became a part of it.
Yeah, and they had two different things going on. But if you dig through it, like BitBoy his name wasn't really on anything.
Of course not. His face was, and he had the personality, but he didn't really seem to have the business mind. And TJ kind of took care of everything. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, and I've always thought there was something off about BitBoy. I personally can't stand him. And now it's maybe coming out in the wash that he's a total flop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
His credit is poor. And this is the reason that his name wasn't attached to the building or anything that they purchased and things like that, right? So, you know, I don't know. I believe there's some truth to that, but obviously there's some lawyer statement there too. But they have removed BitBoy crypto from BitBoy crypto.
Either way, the first thing I thought was publicity stunt, because it's like, I thought these guys, they were doing fine, doing stuff together. I know they were doing their separate shows and they were kind of clearly splitting apart, but it's like, man, I don't know. I didn't see that. So I thought publicity stunt. And then another reason why I thought that is throughout the day, every crypto YouTuber talked about them that day, every single one of them. But nobody said, everybody said, I'm not going to be giving specifics. I'm not going to be talking too much about it, blah, blah, blah. And just went on and on and on about how they're not going to talk about it. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it just left complete for speculation for the chat just to go nuts, right?
Yeah,
like nothing was actually said.
Yeah. They don't. He doesn't elaborate, and it's like TJ. It's
so that's why they give you a problem and they don't tell you anything about it. But there's a problem. This is it. Not going to say anything about it, and then people just go nuts.
If you look back at any of his content, like he is manic. Like BitBoy's manic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can see that he's manic. He's super insecure. He's always freaking out. Like
Yeah,
the guy's,
oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Goes
he's
on
like,
rants.
it goes on rants, and he's like, he expresses a lot of insecure behavior and all kinds of things. So I can only imagine what it was like to be TJ on the other end of that and
Yeah.
try to be the business mind and the guy who sets everything up and does a stream and everything else.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And Ben just wants to play the rock star.
Yeah, exactly.
70s
And
rock
so
star.
here we got.
That's not how it works anymore.
Here we
kids.
got Ben's kind of response. I haven't really been able to find any video from Ben Armstrong, who is BitBoy Crypto.
Yeah, so because he doesn't have a platform, he doesn't have access to anything anymore.
But he's got this response, which is like just another rant. He gets super emotional in this, and like, this is where he really trashes.
There's a lot that I
TJ.
can't say right now. I wish I could come in here and tell you guys exactly what's going on and tell you.
Pause it for a sec. The first thing he said is, "There's a lot going on, but I can't tell you anything."
Yeah.
That's what every single time they all say that. There's a lot going on,
And
but I can't tell you.
another thing, even through the bull run, so in 2021,
They're just
I
enticing.
honestly thought, like, BitBoy is one of the people who often talks about a financial cartel and everything else. And like, if there is such a thing, because of his influence in crypto, like, I've always kind of had this weird hunch and suspicion that he's probably fucking a part of it. He's been paid
Oh yeah.
to say certain things,
Of course.
like 100K was coming. You know what I mean? With the
Yeah.
largest voice, the largest influence, right? Especially a guy who's never had money, who does have a history of substance abuse and all these things. A guy who never, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Poor credit and all this stuff. He's easily persuaded
Yeah.
if that's the case, right? So it's like, I don't know. It's like, you know, he's talking to this being the truth, but I'm like, first, my heart, like, I feel like my heart's with TJ, you know?
Something's weird here.
Yeah, it's like,
Sure, it's probably going to look like, but unfortunately, right now I can't. And you guys know one thing about me. You know I'm a fighter, and this is going to be far from over. There are going to be a lot of things that are going to happen in the coming days, and you know, all I can tell you guys is, you know, stick with me. You guys are here because of me. Obviously, the company is going to make $0 without me. All of our major sponsors have already pulled out, so they don't really have a choice here. They don't really have a choice. They think that they've renegotiated with some of our sponsors, and that's not what they're telling me on the backside. So, you know, the fact is that in the end, this is all going to be okay, and we're going to use this for good. And like Cassie said,
You know, it's funny that he's also doing a Netflix thing right now too.
Oh, is he
Cameras
really?
are following him for Netflix. This is all a
God.
fucking movie, bro.
maybe part
It's
of
all
the
a movie. This is all a
Publicity
movie
stunt,
happening
yeah,
live
and
in
it's
front
like
of us on
sponsors
YouTube.
dropping him and stuff like that, and it's like, even okay, so if the war is real between TJ and him, unless it's staged, which could be the case too.
They don't need
Then-
to stage it. It's not staged that they're aware of. You know what I mean? It's staged, but they're getting screwed with to the point where, like you would be surprised how the lengths that these show producers go to nowadays to make shows for Netflix and stuff.
So
Like, it's insane.
yeah, that's
Some of the stuff that they do and the enticing and the abuse that they do to some people is brutal. Actually, so some of the stuff is like absolutely terrible.
right.
So here
And
you go.
you know, and
it's
like
all a show.
that's what I mean. He could be a victim of something.
100%.
Much bigger,
They
right?
know that they can use him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's listen to that. Love that.
that's not what
Sounds
they're
like
telling me on
Donald
the
Trump.
backside. So, you know, the fact is that in the end, this is all going to be okay, and we're going to use this for good. And like Cassie said, this is going to end up being bullish. This is going to end up being very bullish for the project. I'm going to end up with a ton of PR after this is over, and it's probably going to be, you know, mostly positive. And, you know, I just want to say one thing, is that I have gotten so many messages from people, so many calls, so I can't answer them all. I can't respond to all.
Nobody gets more messages than I believe nobody gets more messages than I do.
Oh my god.
He sounds like Trump, and
My phone is buzzing right now.
so he stammers on, like, he goes on for probably 20 minutes.
Wow, there's no way we're gonna listen to
We
that.
can't listen to all that, but like, there's a part.
There's no, you guys have seen me on the channel. You guys have seen, there might be a couple days here or there where, you know, I have been probably sleep deprived from taking the phentermine. I have a prescription for it. And that's what this all boils down to.
Okay, so
That's
here
my
we go.
picture,
So here we
and
go.
that's a drug
So
test
he says-
on YouTube side by
He
side.
says that he's not using drugs. It's like, you know what? They accuse him of doing cocaine and booze, and it's like, if he's boozing and doing cocaine, then when he does a drug test in the middle of the week or whatever, like, he's not going to test positive if he's using dope once in a while. Like, who cares about that? Like, maybe he is, maybe he isn't, maybe he's drinking or whatever. But what BitBoy is saying is that his addiction is a fucking diet pill. But if you take diet pills, it's probably loaded with ephedrine or some,
Oh, really?
yeah, or caffeine or something of that sort. So what he's saying here, if you've seen me acting erratic on my show, if you've seen me acting weird and being erratic, it's probably because I'm sleep deprived because I take this diet pill that I have a prescription for. And it's the reason that I've been able to keep all this weight off. But he's admitting that this diet pill is the reason that he's not getting any sleep. So even if it's not cocaine, he's still abusing this drug because it keeps him alert, it keeps him awake.
Of course, there's only, 6-7 drugs on that list, and there's the list of
Right.
possible drugs that he could be taking is
Right.
100.
So it's like, okay, so, he has maybe this drug test and he's not
the one everybody knows about, cocaine, heroin,
cocaine, amphetamines.
the
It's like, okay,
basics.
well, he's not, okay, so he's not pricking dope and he's
He's
not
not the original 6.
Keep it off. And they've been
Had a
they've
few
been bringing this up
expansions
as an
since
issue
then.
to me, and now they've gone so far as to say that taking it's not over the counter selling prescription, but taking this phentermine, and they've tried to trap me several times in the last couple of weeks and be like, "Are you taking something else?" And they're like, "No, it's diet pills." I act a little erratic. You guys, if you've ever seen erratic behavior on my channel, it's because I've been taking those diet pills, and everybody knows it. It's not a secret, and that's what they're trying to put out there. They're trying to put out there that I've relapsed.
If you see me acting erratic, it's because of my diet pills. It's just diet pills. Like, what are you even talking about?
They've been accusing me of doing cocaine and all kinds of stuff, and it's just factually incorrect. There is no. You guys have seen me on the channel. You guys have seen there might be a couple days here or there where I have been probably sleep deprived from taking the phentermine. I have a prescription for it, and that's what this all boils down to. And Justin Williams, this is why they're not telling you guys what's going on. They're not telling you what's going on because they're lying.
Yeah.
Because in not saying, let me tell you something about TJ. TJ, part of his whole entire thing is let's do loose contracts so we can get out of them at the end. Everything he set up in this entire business is about eventually him trying to take things from me. And they love the unknown. They love to live in the unknown. And they love to live in where they don't have to answer for themselves. So when they're throwing stuff out there and they're saying I'm relapsed, go press them on it. Go press them. What do you relapse on? They're going to say diet pills because they don't have anything else. And let me tell you, these false allegations that they are making, they are very intense. And there is to be hell to pay because there has not been one time I've been confronted on any of this. Not one time I've been asked.
So he's saying that he's going to now sue for defamation and all this stuff and whatever. And he's blaming their incompetence, and he's blaming TJ and playing the victim that TJ manipulated it to have it so he was in control with loose contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, who's incompetent? If you're the top of all this, how can you say, oh, the level of incompetence underneath me was just despicable?
Yeah.
Right? It's like
That's your job.
That's your job, is to manage these people, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, everything is your fault.
Yeah,
You
so
have to take responsibility.
he goes on to say, that the person responsible for filing their taxes is related to TJ, and this is why he's trying to swamp him too.
Oh, really?
But it's like, and he's like, oh, the level of incompetence. The taxes from 2021 haven't even been filed yet. But it's like, this is your company. You say it's your business. You built it. They wouldn't make any money if it wasn't for you, yada, yada. It's like, if why wouldn't the taxes be filed? Like, that is straight on you, right? As the lead of this company, right? So if they're not doing the taxes, like, did you actually try to bury something? Are they trying to cook books? Like, what are they doing? Why is it taking that long to get the last 2 years of taxes done? You can't tell me that BitBoy didn't have something to do with that, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
who knows? Who he may have not even really even cared.
And so he's
or
now
thought about it. Like, I don't have to care. I don't have to deal with that shit.
and
I
he's
got
now
people for that.
saying that maybe TJ is going to make it look like he did something bad with the money or whatever. It's like, well, whatever comes out in the wash comes out in the wash. Like, if you did it, if you screwed these people over, like, it's going to come out in the wash. Right? Like, this is now it's now built up into a lawsuit and a court case, right? So
But all that will come of it is more publicity and more attention. And they've been, honestly, okay, so I've been watching this channel for a while now, and I swear I've seen videos when they were live streaming the bull, like when it was a bull run and they were live streaming, I swear there was like 40,000, 50,000 viewers. They're like struggling to get over 5K. I think like even maybe 2K, regularly like 2K, and like on big days they get like 4K.
The other funny thing is, like, BitBoy's like, if you want to take my company, but not without a fight. I'm going to fight, but if you take it, it's fine, because I'll surpass you if I start my own channel, if I have to start over again, I'm just going to surpass you guys in 2 months anyway. It's
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
oh,
I
man.
honestly was liking what TJ was done with everything. He's got the,
So
hit,
do
the
I.
Hit Network and all these other shows, The Basement.
I just
and-
can't stand
and
BitBoy.
all these
personally.
cool side shows. I know I watch all the other shows more
So,
than I watch
I mean,
BitBoy. Really,
but
or
basically,
if DZ's on, I like watching the morning show.
yeah, DZ's not bad. But basically, what we want to break down here is that all of these people, and especially the most popular ones, are just humans like anybody else, and they fuck up. Then they're all susceptible to mistakes and all of this jazz, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the only truth we want to bring here is that Bitcoin is none of that. Bitcoin has no issuer. It's permissionless. It is not attached to any entity, any body that can change it or manipulate it. It just is. And this is what we push. That is the truth. Bitcoin trumps everything that is going on in crypto news, in finance news, in all the news. Bitcoin will it will always prevail. It doesn't matter how much they want to push down on it. They can push it to 15K. They can push it down to 25K. It doesn't matter. It's going to continue to hit the growth curve as it always has. And if you DCA and look away, you're always going to end up on top.
It's beyond us.
It's beyond us. It's beyond
But
you.
the thing
It's beyond me. It's beyond
the thing is
Bitboy.
that as human nature, though, we're able to latch on and make drama out of it, right?
Yeah,
So like, there's so much
yeah.
there's
People
so
love
much
drama.
potential.
Oh, what's
Exactly, right?
happening?
So you can DCA and look away, and you will be fine, or you can just it's
If
completely
you're
entertainment.
If you're entertained by the
Right?
nonsense, but if you're
what a better because it is nonsense, but what a better nonsense to be entertained.
but
by.
if you're reacting emotionally to the news and things
okay, yeah,
like that,
don't trade. Don't
Yeah.
trade. Don't pay attention to this stuff
Yeah,
and trade. That's for sure.
because these guys a couple weeks ago, oh, I'm all in, let's
Yeah.
go, we're going,
Yeah.
and then boom, market crashed, and then
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we're all going down, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 boom, 8% pump
Yeah.
to the upside.
Well, that's just it, right? Because
Right?
every that's how it works. That's how it
I
works.
tell you, who's been in the green over these?
Yeah. DCA look away.
Well, yeah, and it's like I haven't even really made leverage trades since March, and I'm just DCA and looking away.
Yeah.
Made a sale at 31K, which was decent, but I just put a huge. Actually, got put 1K back in at 20s. The retest.
Well,
is
it's summertime,
27
right?
here,
We're gonna have a good next year potentially, hopefully, if you maintain things. Who knows what's gonna happen? Obviously, I feel like I've never heard more potential terrible storm in the over the horizon for what they think is going to happen next year or in the next 18 months. But it's like, whatever, man. Like, it's always like that. DCA and look away, and I think we'll be fine.
But this is what I'm watching for. Back on the weekly chart here. Few days away from close. We get the monthly candle tomorrow. If we can get over the 50% RSI strength and above the fib level of $27,400, I do think we're heading for higher levels into the fourth quarter here into end of the year.
Well, with that, I gotta say we're out of time. So you guys do the things. Subscribe if you're new. Remember, like this video. I know we got some good stuff coming up the pipeline. So pay attention. DCA, look away. But pay attention to us, of course. Big Smogs out. Peace.
Biggs and Boggs.
Peace.